me, Jenny. We are doing a very exciting video today that I've been wanting to start for a while, which is gonna be a new series on my channel. I haven't decided the name yet, but it's basically gonna break down reselling platforms online for secondhand and vintage, and also go into some pro tips, some hot tips, some hot takes on how to use them the most effectively. This one is very exciting because I am calling up an expert, a pro, only bidder herself, Sophie Mumper, who's one of my very, very dear friends. She is very good at finding items on eBay. So I naturally had to get her on a Zoom call because I'm lonely also. So I'm gonna learn some things from her today. She also has an Instagram account that's called Only Bidder, which is really great. That has some like listings of things that she finds on eBay, and she just kills it. She's agreed to give us some tips on what she does. So I'll be doing this on other platforms down the line. But this is a fun way to start it out. Hopefully you guys enjoy. We're gonna grab her on a little call here and watch her work some magic. All right, we're here with Sophie, eBay extraordinaire.
Junior.
We're here with Sophie. Sophie's one of my very bestest, dearest friends in the whole world, and she's beautiful. Just look at her. So, your thoughts on why you love eBay? Is it your favorite platform? Why or why not?
Oh yeah. So thanks for asking. After I said I prepared some words. I can say a couple sentences on eBay. I adore eBay, period. I think any marketplace is really cool simply because like there are like no industries or businesses that create opportunity or are like doing good on both sides of the transaction, and marketplaces do that, particularly eBay, really well. So I think off the bat, that's why I adore it, especially right now. I feel like there aren't many opportunities to kind of just happen upon something or experience this like serendipitous, oh my God, this thing is so cool and I just found it out of nowhere. Because if you're like me, you're just looking at the same like 200 square feet every day. Yeah. And hopefully you have more square feet than that if you're outside of New York. But yeah, it's this place where you can discover, and you or I don't have that a lot anywhere else right now.
That's beautiful. Oh. So, okay, for me, let's make this about me for a sec. I still, I'm pretty savvy with secondhand. I like my Depop, my Etsy, but I have trouble finding unique things on eBay. Like I can find things on eBay maybe if I'm looking for like a military liner, or like that's my extent of eBay. But you, miss, how do like you just find the coolest stuff that I did not realize existed on eBay? So where would you typically start in a search, or can you like rewind yourself back to when you first started finding stuff on eBay maybe?
That's a good way to think about it. Well, I think what makes eBay in general so difficult to find unique stuff on is that it's like the universal resale tool. It's not like Etsy or like Depop where you kind of like know what you're gonna get, or like there's a certain archetype or like group of things that you expect to find there. But I think that's also why it's the superior the resale tool. Yeah, the same reason that eBay is like kind of so difficult to use actually makes it really great, where it's kind of like this thrift store where these items came from people that are all so different from one another, because it's this kind of Google of resale where things are coming from all different directions. You have to find the keywords that are going to work for you.
So keywords, big. Keywords. There we go.
Let's think keywords. So I would just like start with one kind of brand or one type of style that you like. So for example, I have been really into vases recently, which I haven't even been buying flowers. They're just like sitting around my room.
Yeah.
Like, there's one.
Ooh.
There's one. I'll show you. So I was looking at vintage vases, scrolling these results, and I always sort low to high. So you're gonna get a bunch of like $2 vases at the beginning. It's fine, you just go past them. And then I realized that a lot of the vases that I was attracted to were being called postmodern vases. I didn't really know what the postmodern movement was up until I figured out that I really liked the vases from that period. But then I figured out that that was a really good keyword for me to use. So I ended up looking at like postmodern vases, postmodern lamps, and finding just this gold mine of not only those objects, but also brands that were producing during that time. And the reason that I like to find brands is because basically the better qualified listing title, probably the more expensive the item's gonna be, because this person knows what they're selling. So if someone's describing something as this like Guzzini postmodern vase, unique gold mine, beautiful thing, they're gonna price it like it's that. But if someone lists something else as just Guzzini lamp, and they don't really know the movement, the style, they just found it in their grandma's basement, and they it looks like it's worth something, so they put it on eBay, and that's what I like to find. So basically find your wormhole of keywords and then stick to those, because now Guzzini is one of my favorite brands to look up on eBay, but I didn't even know what it was up until I looked up vase, vintage vase, then postmodern vase, and then found out what Guzzini was. And also related results at the bottom. They've become mostly sponsored items now, but sometimes you'll get like a string of just related items, and that's a cool way to find more brands that you like too. So I don't know how Etsy works with categories, but on eBay, they can definitely make or break your search results. So I find that when I'm looking at clothes, those filters are really, really helpful, because let's say I'm looking at Prada on eBay, the first 20 pages when I sort low to high are going to be just Prada boxes and bags that I really could care less, or no, shopping bags. So like things that people basically got for free and are relisting so that their significant other thinks they bought it new, I guess, when they're gifted it. I don't know. So I really like to, you know, select clothing, shoes, and accessories when I'm looking at Prada. When I'm looking at homeware, this Guzzini vase or Guzzini lamp that I keep on alluding to could be in the antiques category, it could be in home and garden, it could be in collectibles, it could be in pottery and glass, it could be in any of those categories. So if I tend to not filter my searches when I'm looking at things that could be qualified as something else, just to make sure that I'm able to find like as many results as possible. Whereas like clothing and shoes won't be miscategorized very often.
That's true. That's great. So would you say that when you're searching, how many pages deep are you getting when you're finding some good shit?
If I'm working with a really specific search, I guess it's not so much about the pages as much as it's about when I sort low to high to what price point I'm willing to search until.
Got it. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Because I never don't sort low to high.
Okay. So it depends how quickly it gets expensive. Maybe.
Yeah, but also once you find your keywords, like you're not gonna, that's not true. There's so much on eBay. Like there's gonna be a million pages no matter what you look for. So I take that back.
For clothing, let's say, do you search often for designers specifically? Like how would you start out maybe a clothing search?
That's a really good question. I think clothing is probably where I'm the most brand focused, and I do find it difficult to like approach an eBay search without a brand in mind. I'm also just generally lean toward like well-known designers in general, but I was on a really intense sandal search last summer, and that was like the first time that I approached eBay and didn't really know what brand I was looking for. And that time I know I've talked a lot of shit, but I went on to Depop and I found the sandal brands that people were listing, which also Depop is like most of the time very well priced too. Like I appreciate that they're not extorting me for my vintage money. Okay, so I was on the sandal search, and I really didn't know what brand I was looking for because it didn't matter to me. I just wanted like a thin strap sandal with a chunky heel. So I went onto Depop, I found my keywords. I could go to the related search results from like Nina sandals that I liked but like weren't the right size. And then from there, I found...
Got the physical. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow.
They're from a brand called Kathy Jean, which I had never heard of before. I think on Depop I had looked up like strappy sandal, and then I found this brand, and then I looked up the brand up on eBay, and somebody's cool aunt was selling these, so.
Ew, they're really nice.
Thanks.
Any last tips that you think? So we have keywords, super important, paying attention to where your interests are kind of lying. So as you find more, the more you uncover, the more you can kind of hone in on exactly what you want. Categories and filters for looking for clothing, having a brand in mind.
Oh, yeah, I do have one more. My final tip is it's always worth a try to message the seller if they'll accept an offer, or if they'll do a bundle for you, even if there isn't like a formal make an offer button.
Well, I was gonna ask, like, do you have specific sellers that you follow?
I just started using that as a tool since I created this. Oh, I also have to plug my Instagram, I just realized.
Oh, I already did, don't worry. But also, you can say it again, please, shameless.
No, I like your plug so much more. But I'll say, since I've been like in the business of literally just finding as much shit as I can because it's fun, but like now I actually have a place to put it too.
Yeah.
Been finding sellers that I like. Basically, to answer your question, I just started doing that.
What if we did something that I said, okay, Sophie, here's rapid fire. Help me find a pair of vintage overalls.
Love that idea.
Would you be down?
Yeah, I'd be so down. That I can deliver.
Making Sophie find me something I've been in search of. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking.
Okay, I need to write this down.
I would like a pair of overalls. Denim, wide legs, so not tapered. Yeah, like sometimes they're like a feminine cut, not looking for that.
Okay, you want blue denim?
I would accept any form of denim. I would even do black or white.
Let's look at vintage overalls. We'll begin with that and see what happens. This might be one of the more like simple searches. It's hard to like reverse engineer, like with what I was talking about with like finding postmodern and then Guzini and then doing that. I feel like clothing, it's more simplistic, but I feel like men's overalls would be good on you too.
See, because this is when I get discouraged. Like these ads are when these listings are when I'm like, oh, like I gotta go.
Okay, I actually do have a good tip for this too. It doesn't eliminate all of these like wholesalers, but if you filter the item location to US only, a lot of wholesalers are in Asia. So that just took out a good bit of them.
That's a hot tip. Thank you.
I'm really happy. That was actually the perfect search to like show how that works.
Yeah, because that's when I'm like, I don't have time for those. Those aren't bad.
Yeah, I like these a lot. What's your budget like? What are we feeling?
See, these are so much better on Etsy. Overalls are like $75 for like a pair of vintage overalls.
That's for a 6-year-old.
What about like a vintage t-shirt?
Okay, yes.
Like how would you go about that? Because that's also like, you need to have a brand in mind, I would say. Like if you type in vintage t-shirt, it's just gonna come up with so much.
What I would do there, here, let's think of what's something that you're interested in like being on the shirt. Is it like a funny graphic?
Yeah, like what about like a quirky little...
Okay, let's think like funny. Let's just see what happens. All right, this isn't what I was expecting. Regardless, my suggestion is to find something that you do like, go to that seller, see what their assortment is like.
Yeah, I like that back trucks.
Which one?
Which one?
Oh, this one?
Yeah, that's cute. It's got a little, that's got a little bulldog.
Butter King? This is like the
extent. On the side, that's a nice one. Vintage 80s universe on the left. Like that's a nice font.
I agree. Oh my God, and I think this is one of those shirts where like you can feel how soft it is.
Yeah, I was just gonna say super warm.
I mean, look at that drape. You can't accomplish that without being really fucking soft.
a lot of sweat went into that shirt to get that wet.
Wow, me, every day I wake up. I have the most trouble finding like brandless clothes on eBay, but definitely going into your own wormhole of like sellers and related posts or like related listings. Vintage t-shirts, maybe lots a good thing to do. I haven't seen anything credible yet.
So that's pretty good. That's definitely helpful to see, you know, you type in a keyword and then click on maybe a seller, filter that through shirts, and then we found some good ones on like the suggested on the side too, and that'll lead you to a new one, a new seller. You just bop around until you find something good.
And the same could be said about life. eBay is really just an incubator for the human experience.
So that was super helpful. I learned a lot. Hopefully you guys learned some nice tips. Follow Sophie on Only Bidder to look at the cool shite that she finds that we still can probably never, but we're closer than ever to being like you. So yeah, that was really helpful. I'm stoked. Closing arguments. So
I'm so glad that you guys could come on this journey with me. There are a few things in life that feel this good to share, but eBay is one of them, because there's simply more than enough for all of us. And I hope that you find something that sparks joy.
You're an angel. Oh yeah, I'm feeling great about that.
Yay, that was so fun.
I'm gonna stop the recording. Okay guys, a quick little outro here. Go follow Sophie. She's so dope, and so helpful and pleasant. Let me know in the comments below if you guys find any cool things on eBay after this, and I'll see you in the next one.